How's it going, guys? Welcome to the TwoPennyGames Piggy Bank. I'm here live, coming to you live over on twitch.tv/2pennygames, usually every afternoon. Now it's just barely afternoon here at 12:30 Central. But if you can't catch us live every Monday, you can catch us at 8 a.m. every Saturday over on youtube.com/@2pennygames. Of course, I'm not even in my own apartment this week. I'm not over Discord. I'm here live with my two best friends in the world, one of them being Mr. Connor Elliott.
We're here starting early because somebody on this podcast is weak. Weak because of love.
Whipped, you might say.
Whipped. Mm-hmm. And that is not me. Not my my strong, independent nature being snuffed out by somebody else. It's the other person sitting across from me.
And his name's Tavin Bothel.
Strong?
Strong.
Strong.
Strong. You ever seen the animated Hobbit film?
Yes.
old one.
Rankin
but
Bass?
a long, like,
The Rankin Bass Hobbit?
Yeah.
like I was probably like 3 when I saw the movie.
Gotta watch it again.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
That is actually Lord of the Rings. There was also this. He was also a Lord of the Rings version made.
Okay.
But I'd actually never watched those. I only watched that scene. Yeah. It's weird because you have Éowyn who fights the Witch King, and she just kind of pops up, and she was never in the film up until that point. And they're like, "Oh, this is that person who's the king's daughter." And the Witch King has like a Skeletor voice. He's like, "No man can command me.
We don't want to go to war today.
But the Lord of the Lash says,
I don't fucking know. That's fucking.
nay, nay, nay."
Nay, nay.
I had a good childhood.
Easy run.
I didn't.
Easy.
I wasn't obsessed with Lord of the Rings. No.
Neither was I.
Funny enough,
I
there
didn't watch this.
was a Lord of the Ring. I want to say it was a Hobbit video game, in which it was like the first like motion sensor game I ever played in my life.
Yes, I played that.
You know what I'm talking about?
You're walking down the road.
This is like a first-person game, and you would like swing a sword, and the camera was like the one ring. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
Interesting.
All I remember is swinging a sword,
I remember
that
doing
was-
that a lot.
and I remember the camera. That's all I remember. And I was in a cave.
I mean,
Probably a lot of caves.
I wouldn't
Probably.
say that I was really obsessed with the Lord of the Rings as a kid either. I didn't really watch it up until I was probably in middle school, and then I had anytime I had my my older brother or one of my friends in high school try to have me watch it, I would just be falling asleep. Like I never actually finished watch it all the way through until somewhat recently.
You know, as a kid, you
And
just
still,
don't
I
have
still
all
have
your
only
faculties.
seen the first movie. I've never seen Two Towers or.
Oh,
Return of the
really?
King. Yeah.
Jesus.
They're
Only
good.
I've only seen Fellowship of the Ring.
They're quality movies.
Quality. Considered by many to be one of the
I mean, I
best
don't,
films
I
of all
don't,
time.
I don't think it's a coincidence that he happened to kept falling asleep through
As
them.
a kid, yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
When I was
yeah,
younger,
yeah.
when I just didn't care. When I didn't care to engage, you
The
know.
thing,
Yes,
the
yes,
thing about
indeed.
Lord of the Rings to me is it falls short with what a lot of like fantasy fiction falls short for with me is that to be impressive and to act like the world is well developed, they talk about things like they give you a lot of like adjectives and nouns. You know, so it's like, oh, these are the dwarven minds of so and so back in the Doden Tames. But that's all. It's a lot of telling, not showing. You know, and then they enter the mines and everybody's dead. And you're
Yep.
like, well, what the fuck are we doing? That's from the first movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just a lot of that. This is the sword from the 12th king of the 8th era. And I'm like, okay. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness did the same shit. Where they were like, here's the
Darkhold.
MacGuffin item. And I'm like, okay.
The thing is, that's comic book stuff, which is written by losers. This was Lord of the Rings was made by a linguistics professor who experienced the worst things in the world. World War I, to be specific.
Right.
And then he came and created this beautiful work of art, and he was maybe autistic, because he went deep into it. There's something called the Silmarillion. It's basically
yeah.
just, names you would never be able to pronounce it. Just telling you about how Middle-earth came to be. A lot of the things you're talking about kind of are elaborated in that. So he had a mind for what he was doing. These aren't just random things thrown out there. He's a brilliant mind. He was a
He's
brilliant
a detailed,
mind.
Beautiful
he
mind.
He was a
Yes.
detailed artist,
Yes.
but he was not a well-written artist.
He was well written, you goddamn son of a bitch. He wrote out the Elvish language.
I know a lot of like the fun like trivia
I
moments.
can make a lot of hoopty-doo also, you know?
the fun trivia. You know, like there's the one that people always point out of like him kicking the helmet, and that's where he broke his toe or whatever.
That's when he broke his toe.
Dude, that's as soon as it happens, you lean over and be like, hey, he actually broke his toe there. That was a real reaction. Or Sean Bean in that meeting in the Elven place, he's like, the reason he keeps looking down, he's looking at his lines on his leg.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
His lines are
He did
on his
great.
thigh, so he's looking down and reading his lines.
He just looked so downcast. I thought he was downcast.
Reading his lines.
It's a gift.
He figured out how to make it work.
He did.
Now, maybe he should have just showed up to set prepared, but you know.
Does not simply walk into Mordor.
You know what? I think it was Sean Bean. He might have climbed up a mountain where they would film because he hated helicopters. I can't remember if it was him or Viggo Mortensen, but apparently he did not like.
I heard the story about people hating helicopters.
Yeah,
I heard that story. I don't know which of them it is, but I've
Pretty
heard
sure it
the
was
story
Sean
of them
Bean.
hating helicopters. But of course, we're not here to talk about Lord of the Rings. We're here to talk about video games.
Indeed.
Of course, this is our casual gaming podcast where we come to you every week and talk to you about just different video game topics, whether it be what we've been playing, what we look forward to playing in the future, and talk about mini games. We play little games with each other. We tickle each other. Now I can touch you. Have a good time.
Very gay.
All right.
Very gay.
Well, boys, I know we've all been playing pretty much the same thing. Maybe there's other things we've also been playing. Not for me. I've only been playing the game we've been playing for Game Club, Breath of the Wild. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Stay tuned if you're watching live. We'll go into our Breath of the Wild Game Club episode right after this.
I have a feeling it'll be spirited.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine there'll be some maybe people might raise their voices. It might be a good one. Might want to stay tuned.
Might be resigned indignation.
There will be a lot of that. There will be a lot of that. I'll say that right now.
But hey, that's at least an hour away.
It is. Right
Watch
now.
it live. If you're watching on YouTube, it's already out.
Indeed. So, boys, what have we been playing besides Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. I took too long to start it, so this was my
Only someone
punishment.
had warned you to do that.
Only we had
you
told you for
warned
probably
me.
3 weeks now.
I understand that, but the person sitting across from me always doubts whether I even can complete the games, and that was always going to happen.
But I'm just saying.
Yes.
I feel like this month especially, we were doing a really good job of being like, hey, we have this many weeks left. It's coming this next week.
Yeah.
And we try to check in like every couple of weeks. Like it's usually right after
Connor,
a recording session.
Connor,
Exactly,
literally, if anything had come up on your schedule, like say a job, you would not have beaten Breath.
You'd
of
have
the
the
Wild.
excuse.
That's not true.
You wouldn't have beaten it.
Definitely.
You beat it last night.
I spaced things out perfectly.
Okay.
As you saw with me beating it last
To be
night.
fair, I beat it 2 nights ago.
I beat it. Yeah, I beat it 2 or 3 nights ago myself. But you have a full-time job. I've got 2 jobs, and I just finished up school for the semester. So it's a lot going on.
I had that a little non sequitur. I had that interview for that summer
how'd it
job.
go?
It went really, really well.
Oh, very nice. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, get that nice little pay bump.
2 fingers crossed.
It's almost double what I'm making now.
Jesus
I know.
fuck.
Tempting.
And so, yeah, I beat it 2-3 days ago. Breath of the Wild review out now. If you're watching on YouTube, I haven't really had time for anything else in the last week. I did manage to spend like another hour or 2. I think it was just like an hour in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. That game's so good.
That's literally what I want to hop in
It's so
immediately.
good. I'm so mad because I'm gonna have to put it down again to play our next Game Club game. Metal Gear Solid 4.
I get home from work and I'm like, I gotta play Breath of the Wild because I gotta get that done. But like I pass by my desk and my PlayStation every single day and I'm like, soon.
It's so good.
Soon.
Wait
Clair
for ya.
Obscur.
The mage character. Every time I talk to her, I'm like, oh my god, I love.
The one
you.
with her feet out.
Yeah, not because I don't love it because she has her feet out, but I love I love smart women, and she's a little smarty, And I'm
Nerd.
like, oh, her. Every time we say something, she goes like, oh, that's so cool. I can't wait to write that down. And I'm like, yeah.
It's like the what were they doing? Patrick and SpongeBob were like bird watching or something. It's like write that down.
No, but that game is excellent. And I just saw a TikTok that hinted at if you're playing Clair Obscur, don't exit Act 1. Don't do it to yourself. And she's like crying, so I'm like, oh, something's gonna happen. I can't fucking wait.
Sad.
Ugh.
We'll see if it's really sad though.
Are you up? You're up on. Well, maybe not last night's episode, but you're up on Last of Us, yeah.
The first 3 episodes.
First 3
Watched,
episodes.
yes. I've not watched the 4th.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Pretty good.
So far, I think I do like the first one better. First season. But
yeah, I'm giving them time to build.
Yeah.
You know, we're not even finishing the game this season.
it
so-
might also just because, like, while I know the story of what happens in Last of Us Part
Yeah.
2, I'm more intimate with the story of Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah.
And that was even the case before I had actually finished it myself. Like, I had known more about Last of Us Part 1 in general before.
Yeah. Well, this is very much going to be it's a setup season. I imagine next season is going to be
The big one.
balls to the wall. But I haven't watched episode 4 yet. It just came out last night. I'm probably going to watch it tonight, I imagine. And based off the, like, coming up next week that they did last week, we're in for a good one.
Yeah.
We're in for a good one.
Ash is really into the show right now that she's been watching over the weekend. She started it, I think, on Saturday, and she's already like 3 or 4 episodes into season 2. And it's called Fire Country
Never heard of
or
it.
Fire County, something like that. And
Oh, maybe I have.
It's got the kid that stars in Vin Diesel's The Pacifier.
I
The
saw that.
the older
Yes.
son, and he's in prison. And in order to get a lesser sentence, he becomes a firefighter in his hometown.
Oh.
And like they have like this system where essentially he can reduce his sentence by putting out fires. And
They do that.
it's quite interesting.
Enrique in the chat. Y'all got 2 viewers. Nice.
Thanks, Rike.
Thanks, Enrique.
Appreciate it.
I remember when the
You're trying, man.
California wildfires were going on. There was a lot of inmates that were brought out to do that, and you know they were pretty happy.
It takes place in California.
Shout out to American slave labor.
right. I mean that's literally what it is. Basically.
I mean, they're getting something. They're getting a lesser sentence.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot
that's
of,
right. They did get that. Yeah.
in that case they are, but there's also a lot of people that are in some cases sent out to work in like restaurant, like fast food places for wages, and a lot of it's taken. I know that was, I think, in Alabama, some southern state.
Well, I know
I was reading up on that.
they have like jobs in the prison too
Yeah,
that you can get
they
like
do.
25 cents an hour.
Yeah, you're paid like pennies. Yeah.
25 cents an hour. Yeah.
Seems kind of defeats
cents
the
an hour or
purpose
something
of trying to
I
better
think
them,
being
but,
in
you know.
prison is enough. You can pay them, like, so that they have something when they come on the outside. But whatever.
Ah, you're talking nonsense.
Shouldn't have committed crimes.
You shouldn't have stolen. Therefore, you deserve to be punished exponentially. You know, recidivism rates are very high in the U.S., meaning they go back. If they go into prison, you're more likely to just go back again.
Wonder why. I wonder why.
Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? They've been playing. Or?
No, because it's Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
I watched our review.
Watch the review.
Let's
gonna
go
talk
ahead
about
and
it
dive
twice.
into our first mini game of the day. Connor Elliott he's got a hit 10 for us.
For some reason, I didn't think I was going first. I thought I was going second.
And we set it up before we
had a
recorded.
conversation.
Yeah, but you know me. So
We do, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I, to be quite honest, don't know. We've talked about this before.
Okay.
The list that I'm pulling. But I don't think, I have no recollection of us ever doing a hit 10. What a hit 10 is, it's a top 10 list of some category. In this week,
Let's see.
In this week, it is the top 10 players poll, most iconic video game characters of all time.
Oh, I remember we talked about this on Gamescast.
I believe we did.
in some form. Another.
It was a Gamescast.
Was it?
Yeah, it was just y'all two, and I was in the peanut gallery. But
Oh, okay.
Well, the entire purpose of this game, from the list as I described, is I will have these gentlemen each have 5 guesses to come up with a game that's on this list, and they'll be rewarded points,
a character.
a character on this list, and will be rewarded points depending on which ranking they choose, or don't choose and get 0 points.
Yeah, so essentially you assign point values to each entry on the list. Number 1 on the list being worth 10 points, number 10 on the list being worth 1 point. Everything in the middle being inversed, as it were. Of course, as you said, we get 5 guesses each in order to try to clear out this top 10 list. And whoever gets the most points at the end wins.
And I will go ahead and read the little blurb that takes place beforehand. I don't think there's much useful information here.
This was a player poll.
It was a player poll.
Okay.
We love
we love the internet.
we love that.
Oh man.
I'll just sum it up. 4,000 players were
Good sample size.
asked, and they told the poll takers what they were. And so from there, since Phil so gleefully and helpfully explained the rules, we'll go first.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck you, you dumb loser.
Ready. Already.
Whatever. You know what?
And these are the
Go.
most iconic.
Most iconic.
Give me Super Mario.
Super Mario
Yeah, go ahead.
is number 2.
Whoa!
Good guess. Good guess.
Wait, who's more iconic than Mario?
Well, you're iconic
mean,
than Mario.
I could have gone with my second guess.
I've got characters, but the internet done. What is the
An icon.
a lot of choices.
Racking my brain.
Yeah, I could reach to one that's really old, super iconic and really old. Could reach one that's a little newer.
Good.
I'm gonna do that and assume that the Dude Bros took over this. I'm gonna go with the Master Chief.
The Master Chief is on this list at number 8.
That's not gonna get it done.
So that is 3 points for
3
you.
points.
Connor, give me Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really, just
There's no
damn,
way
man.
he's number. There's no way. Are you serious?
He's not.
Okay.
He is number 4.
All right.
So still very good. That's 7 points for you.
Right.
Now, you're doing good, Phil. You're doing amazing.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is not on the list. And then just kidding.
come on.
Just kidding. 6. Pac-Man is 6. Still not what you're looking for.
That's not gonna. 5 points.
That's 5 points. Yes.
Give me Link from Legend of Zelda.
Link is there. Tavin,
Yeah.
why didn't you say this sooner?
I don't know. Cause I assumed Mario was gonna be number 1. Is Link number 1?
No, he's number 7.
Oh,
You know.
He's jerking us around.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Jackass.
4 points.
The fuck is number 1?
Who is number 1?
Go ahead and say it.
You can find out now.
Olimar from Pikmin. Go ahead.
You joke.
I'm gonna go. I'm like trying to find a more obvious answer because I have one, but I don't like it. Kratos.
You know what the worst part is?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Still not what you want.
You got to stick like Nintendo and like more.
I
That's not
get-
locked
yeah.
down to just one
I know.
like console, or not console, but like one company.
But like, that's another one from Nintendo that should be on.
Well,
this
let's
list.
find out. What Phil? Do you know what?
Pikachu.
Ah, that's a good one.
Not on the list.
Damn. All right.
Not a video
First
game
miss.
Apparently,
You have
he's an anime character.
He's an anime
He is
character.
technically
I mean, no.
What came first?
First he was a game.
first
yeah.
game. Yeah.
right, but he wasn't.
It's
He didn't, become,
transcendent.
he didn't become Pikachu until the anime.
Well, no, he was always.
He was always Pikachu.
It's the name of the Pokemon.
I understand he was called Pikachu.
He
I
wasn't-
understand.
I see.
You know, but he wasn't Pikachu until the show.
You're right. About
Is
that.
what it is.
Well, if you're so confident in saying things,
How many
say
guesses
the next
are you
entry.
at?
This is
Be number 4.
4th. Yes.
Okay.
You know, definitely doing better, Phil, but that miss might cost you. We'll see.
Doubt it.
I just gotta get that number 1, baby.
Gotta get that number 1.
What the fuck is it?
What is it?
Don't even.
Right?
I don't have any idea as to who could even be close to Mario at this point. Like I've got a list of names. Like I've got a huge list of names that I could pull.
Yeah.
But none of them are topping Mario.
You really got. I mean, someone's top of Mario.
Someone's
Oh,
topping
yeah.
Mario. Donkey Kong?
Got to think of like who would your mom know?
Not Donkey Kong. Well, maybe Donkey Kong.
My mom knows Donkey.
Donkey Kong's not on the list.
Not on the list? Yeah, I'm not.
Donkey Kong is good guess. Though.
Again, I've got better names that are probably on the list, but I'm shooting for one.
I
And I'm
know.
like, I don't
For-
fucking know.
For my final guess, Connor,
yes.
I'm gonna go with Kirby.
Oh, that's a good one.
Not on the list.
Yeah.
Tap. Is it possible?
So right now, Phil, by my count, is at 20 points, and I'm at 10.
You need
You
the
can
number
tie
one.
it.
I need this
You can tie
number
it,
1
yeah.
to tie it.
Oh, the pressure's on now, huh?
Who the fuck is it? Like Cooper, that's not my answer.
I know.
No, not a shot. Astrobot.
Sackboy.
You know. What could it be?
Solid Snake.
stuff, man. It's
That's
not
it,
so-
isn't
He's
it?
not on there.
That's it, isn't it?
Mm.
Not
That's
number
it.
one, though.
I'm reading you like a fucking book.
You know what, Tavin? Usually you're dead on with those things.
Yeah.
Not today.
Oh, really?
You just lost. I didn't get nothing else to say.
What is he?
Can I? And then don't tell me.
He's number one. He's fucking around.
I'm
What
not-
is he?
I'll tell you. Oh, he's not on the list. Told
No,
you.
you're lying.
He's not on the list.
How is Solid Snake
Give
not
me-
on the list?
Give me. I'm gonna go for a normie pick here. Give me Lara Croft.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is number one.
Lara
wow.
Croft.
Laura Croft, number
Tomb
one.
Raider. All right.
Now let's go through the list real quick, okay? Number 10, Tavin. Solid Snake is not iconic enough to be on this list.
Fucking apparently.
Number 10 is Shadowheart. She's iconic.
Throw it away. Throw the list away.
No. This is the player's choice, Tavin.
Throw it in her
You
eyes.
have to
Oh my
respect
God.
it.
Did Glenn write that in?
Fucking
He might
Craig.
have. 9, Kratos. 8, Master Chief. 7, Link. 6, Pac-Man. 5, surprised nobody got this, Sackboy.
No way.
Yeah, I'm
Are
surprised
you
he's on there.
serious?
He was a puppet. He was a mascot character.
Who's above Link?
Above Link was Pac-Man. Is it?
Link, like, come on, like. Everyone knows. I mean, I know he didn't wear it, but everyone knows Legend of Zelda. You have that typical gamer, white guy with shaggy hair, glasses, green shirt with the Triforce on it, and the cargo shorts.
Pizza face.
That's
Yeah.
the look.
It is.
No?
It's the gamer look.
Sackboy.
Sackboy. 4, Sonic. 3, Agent 47. 2, Mario. 1, Lara Croft.
Throw it in rice.
This was BAFTA's doing this poll. That was the one we talked about before. It was Lara Croft, which is why I was like, there's a chance someone could get this. Because we had mentioned that before.
I only remembered that she was on the list like towards the end, but I was like, "There's no way she's that high." I thought that's why I said Kirby for my last guess and not Lara, because like I figured Kirby would be higher than Lara. I thought Lara was going to be like number 10.
I mean, that's fair, but here's the thing, right? You guys are acting like this is a list that should be thrown out. It doesn't have value. This is very common in our society today.
Some quick names that I thought of that aren't on the list that
Yeah.
I would think have a chance of being on the list, especially over Agent 47, Sackboy, and Shadowheart. Solid Snake, Donkey Kong, Cloud, Sephiroth, Nathan Drake, Joel and Ellie, Zelda, Peach, Bowser. I mean, I could keep going. Kirby,
Yeah,
Pikachu,
Pikachu deserves to be at least top 5.
Squirtle.
Well, that's you. That's you saying.
There's like
that.
least top 5.
there's like 6
No,
Pokemon
no.
who should be on this
Pokemon
list.
is the highest grossing media franchise there is in the world, and Pikachu is the face of that.
He is, but he is not that. I think of Rayquaza
Steve.
before Pikachu. I do actually though. I
Ryu.
love Rayquaza. Tavin, you're
Ken.
making sense, but here's the thing. Very often, especially in
You
this
said
space
Cloud,
we live
right?
in,
Yeah.
he said Cloud. Very often, it's straight white men that put down women, and now here it is.
I thought you were saying that's who was on the list, but yeah, we have a woman at number 1. We
Exactly.
have a blue hedgehog at number 4.
And even more so. And that's the point, which is that here
Number
a
3.
woman wins, and yet you still find fault. It's a very indicative of today's society in this gaming space.
There are potentially 5 straight white men. Well, Kratos is Greek. I don't know if that counts as white.
You know what Greeks do.
I mean,
I don't know
ancient
about
Greeks.
that.
Ancient Greeks don't have they have olive skin, so like they've got a pigment. So
And back then,
Also-
they cared more about where they lived rather than their race.
Right. Also, I don't know if you count Agent 47 and Master Chief as straight characters.
More like asexual ones. I
Yeah.
think.
Right. Like.
Yeah. I think.
Did you watch the Halo TV show?
I mean,
Oh, you're
there
right.
You go.
You're right.
There you go.
Cortana definitely jacks him off in the suit. So
Castrated.
no, they have.
He's been chemically castrated. The suit jerking him off thing is not a thing.
It's real.
Have you guys? Did you guys see that? I think it's an older video, but it made a resurgence, at least in my timeline, of like the tech company. I think it's I forget which one, but I think it's from The Onion or from Hard Drive or something like that. But it's the glasses that like it's like VR goggles that show internet in one screen, YouTube in the other one, and then it has a thing that sucks you off. Like there's a guy that's like demonstrating it on a stage, and like they zoom in on his face. And he goes. He's just got like the fucking face. Oh, it's so
No
good.
idea.
The Onion's hilarious,
it's
and they
so
do those
good.
videos.
I think it is The Onion. I think
Yeah.
it is. It was a Samsung bit. It was like the Samsung like Peak or something like that.
Was it when the Samsung lady, when everyone was thirsting over her?
No.
No?
That's the AT&T lady you're talking about.
AT&T lady, yeah.
With the,
Remember that?
with the chesticles.
People were obsessed with that woman.
Don't recall.
Because you're a man who's faithful.
He's
to your
clear.
one and
He's
only.
clear to his internet history. He's clear.
Yeah, he's
This is a
lying.
new thing?
Oh, no.
No,
it's
it's
a couple
from
years ago.
A few years ago. Probably like before COVID.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I say confidently. Well, good job, Phil.
Thanks, man.
You won.
I won.
It's all because you went first. Not really. Tavin would have lost.
Well,
Yeah, horrible answer.
I mean, if I'd gone first, I have Mario and I'm 9 points up, and he's 9 points down. You know?
Well, yeah,
that's not how it worked out, though.
good for tat.
Tavin, you
Yes,
got
sir.
something new for us this week.
I do indeed, gentlemen.
Fun
I'm
one.
bringing you a new game. This game is I am calling it turn-based trivia.
Okay.
Now, what's going to happen is I've actually pit the two of you against me. All right.
Oh.
That's how we're going to do this.
All
So I've written it down here. We each have health pool. All right.
Okay.
Each of us have 10 health points. The way
Okay.
you win this game is by the end of it, you guys have to have more health than me. Whatever
Okay.
form that takes, unless you die first, which I'd
Sure.
be shocked at. So the way this is going to work is I have 10 tailored questions for you guys. So 5 questions each. I direct it to you, right? I'm going to hit you with this question. I'm debating between 10 or 15 seconds to answer the question. The reason I'm debating that is because timing is a thing here. All right? So the way it works is I ask you the question. If you answer it correctly, I lose 1 health point.
Okay.
All right? If you fail to answer the question, you lose 1 health point.
Okay.
However, there are things you can do to make this a little more interesting. All right? You each are given one, or you are each given 1 baton pass each 5 questions. So the
Okay.
first 5, both of you have a baton pass. The second
Got
5, each of you
Like
have 1 baton
replenishes.
pass.
Does it carry over?
Nope.
Okay. Heard. So we have to use it in the first 5.
If you can baton pass, give it to the other player, and they can answer the question for you. If the other player gets it wrong, you lose 2 health points.
Mm.
The other player gets it right, it's just 1 health cost for me. Now, the way to tip it a little bit more in your favor, you can buzz in while I'm reading the question, whoever I'm asking the question to. So if I'm asking the question and you know the answer, you got to stay silent until he batons to you. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
But if Connor buzzes in before I finish asking the question, answers it correctly, 2 hits on me.
Can you, if the other person would obviously know the answer to the question, can you buzz and then baton pass it? Or?
No.
And also, with the baton pass, is it just one that we both share or one that we each get?
That was one I was debating back and forth. I think I've decided it's one that you each get.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
But remember,
We share.
No. We each
Okay,
get.
yeah.
We
you
each get.
each get
Yeah,
1 per 5
for
questions.
5 questions.
Yeah.
So if you don't use it in the first 5, you don't get 2 of them
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
second 5.
But remember, if you baton pass and he's got nothing,
Yep.
or if he's got it wrong, that's 2 hit points on you.
Use it wisely.
On the 2 of us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We share a health.
You
pool.
share the health. So here we go. Are we ready, gentlemen?
I'm
Who's
ready.
Who's getting the first question?
Connor, you are.
Okay. Well, wait, pretty cool.
Question number 1. Connor, you're a fan of From Software's Soulsborne games. What is the weapon that appears in every Soulsborne game other than Sekiro?
Moonlight Greatsword.
That is 1.
I knew that
hit.
answer too.
Yeah.
Connor,
I
congratulations.
knew that
I
one
love
too.
that weapon.
Phil, you enjoy yourself a Yakuza game. Yakuza 0 being your first experience with the franchise.
Indeed.
Who is the director of Yakuza 0? 10 seconds on the clock.
Don't
I feel like this is. I feel like
5
this.
seconds.
I feel like this is an attack. I don't know.
I'm up. That is 1 health point against y'all. The answer, Kazuki Hoshikawa. Connor, you and I enjoyed the game Brutal Legend in the late 2000s. A game that is an ode to classic 80s rock and roll where you play as an underdog roadie played by Jack Black who just wants his shot at the big lead. What is that character's full name?
Baton pass.
Eddie Riggs.
Eddie Riggs is correct.
Riggs.
Congratulations.
Riggs. I knew it was Eddie. And I was like, okay. Thank you.
There we go. Connor's baton pass for the first 5 questions is spent.
Eradicated.
Phil, Kingdom Hearts is one of your most beloved franchises. In those games, the player character Sora wields a keyblade. and collects a number of them throughout the game. Which of these 5 Keyblades from the first game is fake? Lady Luck, Lionheart, Diamond Dust, Starry Night, or Wishing Star?
Ooh, the answer to that is Starry Night, because that is a Jesus.
That was not Thunder.
That was not Thunder. It was
It
Thunder.
was Thunder. Jesus.
Thunder.
That must have
Jesus
hit.
Christ.
That must have
Must
hit,
have hit
really
something.
close.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was big. But I'm pretty sure I don't think it's called Starry Night later on. There is one that's also just like a star piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't sure if it was just a flat out fake Keyblade or just if it wasn't one that wasn't in Kingdom Hearts.
It may
in the
just not be in the
franchise.
first game. It may just not be in the first
but
game.
no.
I looked up a list of all the Keyblades in there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there was I was reading it and I go,
Wishing Star is the one that you get from Winnie the Pooh.
Who is
oh,
it?
there you go. As I was trying to come up with the name for one, a fake
No, it's
one,
not.
I was like,
No, it's not. It's from Pinocchio.
Yeah, I was like, that's the whole
Oh,
thing
okay.
about that movie.
Pinocchio.
I guess I didn't know.
I was trying to come up with a fake one, and I was like, oh, something like 3 wishes, and I looked at it, I was like, fuck, it's right there. It's already one.
It's the one you get from Agrabah.
Gentlemen, you're doing well so far.
That was one that I was ready to buzz in, but I needed to hear the choices.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that one.
Same with the Dark Souls one.
If I had cut you off, because I know that was the
I
second
did
to last one.
strategically put it second to last. If
So
you
I
had cut
could
me
have
off
done it?
immediately,
Okay.
You could have
Okay,
gotten
that's
it, but
fair.
I did strategically put it second to last.
Got it.
Connor,
Clever.
we all recently played Metal Gear Solid 2 for the Game Club, our monthly video game book club. In that game, the shadowy political overseers dubbed the Patriots enact the S3 plan in the hopes to be able to recreate the events of Shadow Moses. What does S3 stand for?
You can't baton pass anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I was hoping he was going to do it here.
S3. I know. I feel like
10
I
seconds on the
think I
clock.
do know it.
Sanct. I don't even know I'm on the right track. Sanct. Something. It's a long word. It's a big word. Yeah.
Can I before you give the answer,
Go
can
ahead.
I see if I know it? It's like the solid snake solution or something like that?
Solid Snake Simulation is what Solidus believes it is,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
which was why I was hoping he would baton pass and you would get that
Simulation.
wrong.
I
But
said solution.
the true meaning for S3 is selection of societal sanity.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We're down another point for you guys.
I feel like you were about to say like Sic Semper Tyrannis or something like that,
I was thinking of like.
which is what John Wilkes Booth said to Abraham Lincoln before he shot him.
Oh, Jesus.
I love this. I love how I wrote this. Phil, your ego has driven you to claim that you are the best Mario Kart 8 player at the table.
Facts.
If this is true, then you would know that the Star Cup contains the courses Sunshine Airport, Dolphin Shoals, Electrodome, and what other course?
I just played Mario Kart. I just played Mario Kart 8 the other day too.
I'll remind you,
played
we are in question 6, so your baton pass has refreshed, Connor.
Oh, okay. I wish I had played that game to know this.
I'm not gonna get it. Excite Bike.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
We were looking for Mount Wario. Connor, this last month, Bethesda released The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. The remaster to a game you just last week claimed to be the most important game in your gamer journey. What is the maximum amount of Oblivion gates that can appear in the game?
Ooh, that's too long ago.
10 seconds on the clock.
I have 2 numbers. I'm gonna go with 13.
Connor, that is incorrect.
Damn.
The answer, 60.
60?
60 gates is the maximum amount of gates that you can have.
Were you saying 13 because of the Daedric entities or whatever?
Yeah, and I was like, it's either that or 17. But I
That would have
didn't
been
know
my guess.
60.
I guess would have been 13 also.
It is 60 gates at a possible 100 locations.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Crazy.
Question number 8.
How many of these do you have?
I have 10.
Down to the wire.
Yeah. And right now I'm in the lead by 1 point.
Mhm.
Phil, in Super Smash Bros., each character has a final smash, a super move used to tip the scales in the player's favor and potentially wipe the screen of enemy combatants. Each of these final smashes has a name, such as Zero Laser, Supersonic, and Aura Storm. You main Incineroar in Smash Ultimate. What is the name of his final smash?
Malicious Moonsault.
Phil, you are so close.
Fuck off.
You are so close.
You just named a Pokemon move he does, right?
I mean, that's a Z move.
The name of Incineroar's final smash, I can't believe you were as close as you are, is Max Malicious Moon.
Fuck!
Oh, shit.
Really close there, Phil. Let's see if you can. Let's see. It's still possible for you guys to tie this, and maybe even if you can get a critical hit, maybe even surpass me.
Also, like, being the best at Mario Kart doesn't mean I know the name of all the fucking courses. I'm still the best.
This is why he's trying to. He's doing it because he knew you would get upset.
I'm a dick. Connor.
Yes.
Once upon a time, you named Bloodborne as your favorite video game of all time. What year did it come out?
2015.
There you go.
My man.
There it is.
My man.
I remember that year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Phil, you enjoy identifying voice actors in different projects. Jak and Daxter is a franchise that started with a silent protagonist, then later gave him a voice.
I hate this guy so much.
Who is the voice of Jak in Jak X Combat Racing?
I wouldn't.
I hate
10
this
seconds
so
on the
fucking
clock.
much.
Is this like a thing you specifically wouldn't know?
Well, I mean, because he's in nothing else except for Jak and Daxter games. Like, he only voices Jak in Jak 2, 3, and X.
Time up. I need an answer.
It's like Dylan something.
Phil, that is incorrect. It is not Dylan something. Mike Irwin is his name. I was trying to get him caught up on the Jak X Combat Racing.
No,
it's the same guy. In it.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Same guy in 2, 3, and X.
Yeah.
Mike Irwin.
He does have a voice in one uncredited actor.
Yeah. What
That's all he does. He just noises.
One of the most iconic video game characters. Oh yeah, he doesn't actually speak. Never mind. Okay. Well,
So,
what are you gonna do?
gentlemen, you were close, but unfortunately, you guys did not defeat me in turn-based trivia.
I should have jumped in with the Bloodborne one. I should have said when he said year. I should have been like, he's gonna say year. It came out.
Yeah, but then he could have like fucked with you.
He could have.
What year did it not come out?
Anytime that's not 2015.
I liked that. That was fun.
I was proud of you. Whenever you got the year, because you're famous for fucking up
I
years.
know.
Fucking up years. I was
So
waiting.
you earned that high five.
I was waiting for a
like,
2014,
yes.
2016.
Yes.
He's always one off. He's always.
I've never played Bloodborne. I knew it came out in 2015.
I know you did, but thankfully this was my my error in
I like having a
gaming
notebook.
history,
I
I
should
guess.
like
writing things down.
if he's not in anything else, how am I gonna be able to identify him?
I didn't know he was in nothing else. Surely he's in something.
Virtually nothing else.
Let me look at this
Nothing
guy,
else
my-
major.
my
like
Irwin.
as a prominent character that I'd be able to identify the voice for.
I should bring him back. Reprise his role.
Why do we
Jack
all
Cole.
sound zesty? Do we all sound zesty?
American art. He is known for.
Maybe we are. Only one of us is.
Dude, he's not even known for playing.
Yes. we
Oh,
are.
yeah, and for playing Jak. Okay.
Yeah.
He is.
He's more so like in front of the camera stuff, right?
He's known for playing Colin Hart from 2002 to 2006 in the WB television series Everwood.
Yeah, he's mostly in front of the camera stuff. I remember looking this up on IMDb one time.
The new guy, Hulk, played 16-year-old Bruce Banner. Freshman orientation, pretty persuasion, Kush, clarity. Weird. He played 16-year-old Bruce Banner. There's no way he was 16. Probably like
Very often.
Little
That's pretty
Birds,
good.
Faded, Single in the South
it's
Beach,
just
Family
a
Impossible.
voice in a higher register, you know?
Yeah, he's
or like
a
a
love
younger register.
story. I'm not seeing
He can look
anything
young.
like that I know. Judging Amy, Seventh Heaven,
Seventh Heaven.
Touched by an Angel,
My
Everwood.
grandma loved that
He
show.
was in That's So
Touched by
Raven.
an angel.
No, Seventh Heaven.
Oh, he was in one
Heaven.
episode of That's So Raven.
You know in Seventh Heaven, the dad of Seventh Heaven is plays Dennis and Dee's dad.
Oh, he does.
Like they're like Bruce Mathis, yeah.
Bruce Mathis.
Yep.
You know what?
In the original Teen Titans show, he voiced Roy Harper / Speedy.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
In what show?
The Teen Titans show
Titans.
from like
Teen Titans.
2004.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also voiced Roy Harper / Speedy in Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
I've watched that show.
Because
That was
those
a good show.
were linked, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm.
Teen Titans and the Justice
Yeah, they try to have them all.
crossover.
Yeah. They were,
Fun.
they were just really good at recasting the
Yeah.
same people.
Bringing the same people back, you know? Because when you're a kid, you want to like,
You want to believe it's all the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You want to believe there's that like story, and I was guilty of it also. Like whenever you were a kid, you turn the TV off and you think that it like stops it.
Turn his TV off. Turn it. Oh, yeah. Turn it, yeah.
Then you turn it back on and it's like, oh, so it's a different
Where'd my show go?
Where'd it go? I feel like
Okay.
that's mostly. I feel like that's actually is probably going to make a resurgence now because everything's streamed now. So like,
I mean,
think
yeah, that's a
kids
real
will
thing now.
believe
If you
that
turn
now.
the TV
Yeah.
off, it
But
stops. Yeah.
it was the same way before, like with DVDs and like VCRs and stuff, right?
That's probably where we got the idea.
Yeah, that's where I got
the
it.
idea of like a pause on that. Yeah. Especially VCRs because you had to rewind them.
Mhm.
You kind
kind.
rewind.
Rewind. Yeah.
They made a movie about that.
That was a lot of fun, Tavin. I really enjoyed that.
That was a nice
really
one.
enjoyed
It's a
that.
lot of work.
I can
You're
imagine.
racking your brain.
10 questions is a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you have some left? Wait, no, you don't.
Oh,
No, yeah.
I blew the load.
I mean,
And
you stole the first question.
first question?
The Moonlight Greatsword?
I stole it? Oh, I guess.
From Game Showdown. Yeah.
Ah. Did they get it right?
Yeah.
You know, Andy Cortez.
And-
he knows his souls.
Any FromSoft fan knows worth their weight in salt.
Definitely not worth my weight.
It's
you
just
know.
a piece of trivia that I knew, and I was like, all right. I didn't know before. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was a thing.
Yeah, I knew the only one that it wasn't in was Sekiro.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, it was cool because it's in the DLC in Bloodborne. So when it pops up, you're like, oh shit.
That's cool.
You thought it was gone. You thought it wasn't here.
The
That's right. An enemy has it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get it.
the
Oh,
old,
you can.
old
Oh, you
hunters,
can?
right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Old hunters DLC.
Yes. But one of the best DLCs ever made.
One of the best ones ever made.
It is.
Tiny Tita's Bunkers and Badasses DLC. Tiny Tita's Assault on Dragon.
I've actually wanted to play that. Seems fun.
Good time.
They
Yeah.
released it like on its own, like as its own separate entity with its own trophy list.
Because I remember when
Did
it
they
came
really?
out,
Yeah.
it was like so fucking big.
Oh,
It's D&D in Borderlands.
I mean, it's a big
It's a
expansion.
big DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was its own game. That's
It's
interesting.
got its own trophy list too.
So we're going to add it to the
Does it have a
game
platinum?
club?
Oh,
A lot of the trophies are the same
that
ones
on,
from 2.
that's not on 4 though. That'd probably be on PS3.
Oh, they released it for PS4.
Did they really? Okay.
It would
I mean,
have
it's
come
in
out
the-
in that generation.
It's in the collection.
Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, attached to Borderlands 2 in the collection.
Yeah.
But they have its own
Oh.
separate one if that's all you wanted to play. I think they released it. It was around the time.
How would that even work? Would they just give you a character that like is already leveled up, or
No, you just start from level 1, and because like the level
it scales
scale
down
yeah.
to you? Oh, okay.
That's just how Borderlands works in general.
It just scales to you. Well, that didn't start happening until 3, right?
No,
It happened in 2.
That was the thing-
It doesn't happen in 1. I know it doesn't
Oh,
happen
okay.
in 1.
all right.
All right.
Moving on. Final minigame. It's one that I've done before, but it has been quite a while
A bit.
since I've brought it up. Doing mashups, where I take 2 games and that have like similar sounding titles, either the end of this title and it has the same word as like the beginning of another title. And I mash up the words together, and I mash up their descriptions. And judging by the mashed up descriptions, you have to give me the title of the mashed up game. One example that I'll give you is in this 2001 first-person shooter, run, drive, and launch tons of artillery at the alien menace. Join the hunt with 3 of your friends and track, kill a massive beast controlled by a 5th player. That, of course, is Halo Combat Evolve. Clever. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
I've got three games for us.
Do it. Can do it.
Usually I lose these.
Do you?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't remember
Definitively.
doing them. So
You don't?
maybe one. No, I remember doing it once because I was in my Nacogdoches apartment.
Probably was episode 1.
Thunder? I was allowed for that
Thunder.
one.
Those weird things where like you don't look outside at all, really, and then like you start hearing rain and thunderstorms. Like, oh shit.
No, I figured rain was coming because like the sun wasn't out.
Overcast.
Whenever I left,
Right.
it was very overcast.
So
Outside.
I've only been outside to walk the dog, and I didn't pay that much attention.
Practicing your yo-yo tricks.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that? You
I just didn't hear what he
fucking
said.
Idiot. Oh.
I said, yeah. Anyway,
I'm ready.
here we are for the first game.
Yes.
Battle gigantic monsters in epic locales. Take down these monsters and receive materials that you can use to create stronger weapons and armor. As you journey through this MMORPG developed by the California-based company, gain experience and abilities through quests and combat. Take on massive raids with up to 40 players. Go ahead. 40 players.
Monster Hunter World of Warcraft.
You were absolutely correct.
Yeah. I was thinking Shadow of the Colossus, and I was just like, what's the MMO?
Monster
I-
Hunter World of Warcraft.
I almost went before he got to the second game, I was thinking Monster Hunter Wild Hearts.
Oh, fun. Moving on. Congratulations, Tavin, on that point.
Point.
Moving on. Next, we have in this 2008 survival horror game, you will have to fight your way through this massive spaceship and dismember the former inhabitants. Using your Atari joystick, pan across the screen and shoot descending swarms of aliens, preventing them from reaching the bottom of the screen.
Buzz.
That was Tavin first.
Yeah.
Dead Space Invaders.
You're absolutely correct,
Yeah.
Tavin.
I was thinking Galaga. And I was like,
You're like, that's not right. That's not right.
That's not right.
Well, Tavin has one. I've only got 3 games here. But maybe if we go a little short, I can go back to old ones that y'all definitely will not remember.
You'll get it. Maybe I'll get it.
In the dozenth entry of this famous RPG franchise, you play as a husband who's stuck in a time loop that takes place over a short period of time that he has to experience over and over again.
Buzz.
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy 12 seconds.
Incorrect. In this famous RPG, he has to experience over and over again, making different decisions, starring multiple famous Hollywood actors. Connor, anything from that?
But actors.
What the fuck else has
Yeah,
12
wait.
entries?
He wasn't all the way wrong. He gave me an incorrect word there, my
Buzz.
friend.
Can I buzz again?
Oh, Buzz.
Go ahead.
Dragon Quest 12 seconds.
I was like, how many
I didn't know
fucking...
It's Final Fantasy 12 minutes.
Oh, it is 12
minutes.
minutes. It is
Oh,
12
I
minutes.
see.
Yeah.
See, the
that
problem
makes
was
sense.
I couldn't remember the game itself, so when
Yeah.
Tavin said that, I was like, okay, that's the game.
Final
But
Fantasy
what is it not?
12
It's not Final Fantasy.
minutes.
I jumped the gun on that one.
Right.
That
Well,
was a not great game.
let's do a couple more.
I could do it a few more.
Set 2 years after the events of the first game, the story follows an adventurer and friends as you battle a militia and try to suss out who is trying to sabotage and kill your fellow survivors.
Buzz.
Go ahead.
Fire Emblem Among Us.
Incorrect.
I get it again.
Set 2 years after the events of the first game, the story follows an adventurer and friends as you battle a militia and try to suss out who is trying to sabotage and kill your fellow survivors.
After.
Set 2 years after the events of the first game, the story follows an adventurer and friends as you battle a militia and try to suss out who is trying to sabotage and kill your.
Be surprised how many games are set 2 years after the first one. There's a lot of.
Fire
2 years part, I get. Because there was there was 5 years gap. Yeah.
In the middle of the game?
Yeah.
The whole game isn't set that time.
No, I know it's not.
That's 2 years after the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only one game in that.
Oh, is that right? Is that set 2 years after the first game? That would be crazy.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Uncharted 2 Among Us?
You're absolutely correct.
Oh.
Uncharted 2 Among
Oh.
Us.
Dude, I went Mass Effect 2, Metal Gear Solid 2.
They are a
Sly
PMC,
2.
a PMC group, not a militia group. I think.
What does PMC,
What does PMC
stand for?
Private military
Okay.
corporation.
Private militia.
Well, there's a corporation. Militia's like a thing set up by residents of a certain place.
For the last
Different.
one.
So many games after 2
For the last one, I'll do. This game is a 6v6 FPS where you and your team have to complete objectives to earn more points than your opponents in a fictionalized version of the San Francisco Bay Area. Join the hacking group DedSec in their efforts to raise social awareness about the dangers of the Bloom Company.
Buzz.
Go ahead.
Overwatch Dogs 2.
You're absolutely correct.
Here we go.
I was stuck on Rainbow Six for a long time. I was like, fucking what?
I was thinking Valorant.
That's 5v5.
I think is Rainbow Six also 5v5?
Yes.
Oh.
I think it is.
I think it is.
It is 5v5.
I think it because I'm watching the
Yeah.
number v number death counter go down.
I think now
My head.
Overwatch is 5v5. Unless they went back to 6v6, which I remember them
They brought
doing.
6v6 back for a mode.
For a mode, okay.
And I think it's so popular that they haven't gotten rid of it.
But yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Mashups.
Let's give Tavin a hand.
Connor,
Congratulations, Tavin.
4-0.
I know. I said I'm bad at this game.
I can't believe I did. 12 minutes.
12 seconds.
Had it, though.
You can't do anything in 12 seconds. Like,
Why
come
the
on.
fuck are you thinking about 12 minutes?
I remember when that game was coming out and everyone was like, this is so good. And then that quickly turned to, oh,
Yeah, it's not that good.
I was just thinking about it at work, and I was like, what are games that, like, you know, have, because I was thinking of like numbered entries and like what game starts with a number. You know, Final Fantasy 12 minutes.
I almost fucked up the Uncharted 2 title because I was trying to remember if it's Honor Among Thieves or just Among Thieves.
You're thinking of Sly there, my
Like
friend.
3 throws me off.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we are.
There it
That
is.
brings us to the end of this TwoPennyGames Piggy Bank episode. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to follow us on social media and subscribe, please. Check us out on
Please.
Twitch. We're thinking about also streaming on YouTube eventually, but make sure if you're watching live, you stay tuned for the Breath of the Wild game club, and then we'll find out what we're playing next month, even though we all already know. Thank you so much for watching yet again, and boys, let's say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.